Hi everyone, welcome back. This is sort of a different type of video for me. I've brought down as many as I could of my angel oracles, archetype cards, and whatnot, just to go through them. I've been working with this angel oracle here, one on the left, for the last week, and particularly the four main archangels. But I've got so many, and I thought it might be nice to share them with you. So, this first one that I'm going to share is Angel Blessings, and it comes from that book there. So, I'm going to pause and bring the camera down so we can take a better look. Now, in that box that I showed you, you get this beautiful book by Kimberly Maroney. Now, it is sacred guidance and inspiration that she's offering through all the cards. And you can see you're getting a good chunk of information for each of the 44 cards. And I thought I'd show you a couple because she does have a simple 1 card, a 3 card, but there's also one I believe called an Angel's Kiss. And these cards are very soft, kind of muted, and they're very gentle, as I say. So I think this would be a great deck for just putting on the altar and working through whatever issues you have. So I'm going to put this on a little holder for a second and concentrate on one of the writings that she has done here for Stamara. I believe I'm saying that, or hoping I'm saying that right. And it's all about forgiveness. And you can see in the card that an angel has descended and is helping this person work through a rather major issue, I would say. And that feeling of needing forgiveness is being offered. And the backs, I just love them. They're just so gentle. So that is what I'm going to read a little bit about for you, just to give you a hint. It says, Stamara, beautiful Stamara, come into my life, my beloved, and make me whole. So you're petitioning that being to assist you. Fill me with your forgiveness complete, washing away all remnants of my intolerance for my own imperfections. You are my bliss. Beautiful. And this is one of the spreads that I was talking about. And it talks about the current reality, and it gives you 8 cards. And as you go through them, you can see the sequence there. You're going to deal with fear. You're going to deal with letting go, friends, family, your mate, you, and the gift. And the gift at the end is something to be watchful for, signs. Now, I thought there was another one here. Yes, the guardian angel's kiss. 5 cards leading to the last one, from current reality to the angel's kiss. And that would be inspiration from a new friend, interest, or courage. So that is all about angel blessings. We'll take that one away and clear some room for all the rest, because there's lots. Now this one, in the striking bright reds, this is an archetype card deck. And it comes with its own little book, and it's by Carolyn Miss. And when we look at the card backs, they really are quite striking. Good chunky deck. Not my favorite images, but the advantage to this one is that you, instead of upright or reversal, you're dealing with light attributes and shadow attributes. And these are some of the cards in here. So it does go into keywords on the top. Gossip, teacher, rebel, martyr, and networker. And if I look in the book for that one, it has some suggestions for using the deck. And I'm just going to read this little bit here. I'll prop one of the cards up there so you can see it. And once you've decided on your 12 primary archetypes, it really is in depth. I mean, there's the child, the victim, the saboteur, and it goes on and on. And these cards can be used in conjunction with sacred contracts, journaling, dialoguing. Really kind of neat. And it does go into the different archetypal patterns that may appear in your life and working through it. And this, if you were to get the detective card, you can see the amount of information and the need to examine your passion for using your power of observation to get to the truth of the matter. So that is that deck. A lot of archetypes, but as I say, the bonus is you can look at the light and you can look at the shadow of each one. So that's Carolyn's cards. Now, this one I've seen quite a bit. People, I think, really like this one for Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray. And you can see the artwork is done by the mentioning of that woman there, Lily Moses. The advantage to this one is that you're getting Celtic, Native American, Aboriginal, and earth-based spiritualities. Angels and Ancestors crosses the divide between all cultures to bridge the gap. And the book, good size. I did mark in here one thing I wanted to show, and that I guess is this spread here. So it's taking in 9 cards, and it's called the Celtic Compass Spread. So you're getting the directions mentioned in this and working through any issues there. So for instance, the center card of that, you're looking at spirit itself and all the energies around it that might be influencing. Here are the backs. Gorgeous. And again, I think I like the matte finish much better than a glossy finish. So you're getting elemental energies running through this too. A beautiful spirit fox, the seer, the shield maiden, and so on. Really, really nice deck. So that was Kyle Gray's, and I'll move that one to the side. This one was a little bit different. This one seemed to have a bit heavier hand. So this is the Tarot of the Angels. And it seemed to me, without being derogatory in any way, that the messages were much heavier, much stronger, and more religious based. It does come with this little book with it. And it talks about angelic guides, but I thought I'd just look at this little one here. So I'll prop the box up so you can see that. And then we'll also look at a few of the cards. There we go, that's better to look at. So it talks about our decisions when we're going through and picking cards and making our decisions, and even in our day-to-day necessary events. When we're about to head in one direction, but at the last minute, for a reason we hardly recognize, we change directions, and unpredictable things occur, whether they be positive or negative. It was not written that we should take that road, but perhaps someone suggested it to us, our guardian angel, or perhaps our adversary, who is also a guardian who, however, acts against our interests. So if I can find a few cards in here, I might read those to you just to get a feel. I did like the backs a lot. So for instance, there is our Ace of Wands. Very nice. I'm just put off a little bit by the borders plus the extra titles, but it does allow many people to enjoy the deck. That is quite unique with an angel propping him up there with the angel's feet. Maybe we'll look at that one. I'll just set that there for a second, and we'll go to number 12 in the Major Arcana, and it says, detach yourself from what is superfluous, sources of desire or causes of pain for you and for others. An interior light will sustain you. Well, that one's not so bad. Didn't mind that. But it's my memory of having worked with it that it seemed heavy-handed. So we'll just take a few more here. Let you take a peek. And I didn't think that I could trim these down because then I would be cutting into the angel wings, and that wouldn't be so great. So that is Tarot of the Angels. And I must say I did use it for a bit, but got a little bit put off. Okay, the next one. How about another Kyle Gray? That is this one, Keepers of the Light. Now the cardstock on this is not as nice as the previous one, which was Angels and Ancestors. Correct, Angels and Ancestors. Okay, so this is the one we're working with for Kyle Gray, Keepers of the Light, and there is the book. The back, not going to be reversible, but lots of people don't do reversals with their angel cards. And this is what some of the fronts look like, with some messages down below. And I don't mind the images, it's just this big border along the bottom. Now, could I cut those off? No, I'd be destroying the backs of the cards. Okay, so we'll put that there for a second. And I wanted to show you one of their spreads that they have suggested in here. Taking in 7 cards. So all the way from strength, your life, something that supports you, an obstacle, what your angels want you to know, what your guides want you to know, and what your heart wants you to know. So that was that one. And on we go. The next one I did play with for quite a bit is this one, Influence of the Angels Tarot. So not an oracle, but a tarot. And that seems to be something that works best for me. It does have a little guidebook that goes with it. And it does come with these 2 cards here that gives you numeric meanings and suit meanings. So that was kind of nice. The backs are very simple, but the cards are quite gorgeous. So with these ones, you can see the beautiful gold gilding on the sides. This deck, as soon as I picked it up, reminded me so much of the Golden Tarot by Kat Black. And I'll let you see those for a second. They're gold gilded too. And this was one of the first decks that I picked up. So the borders are a little bit different. They're almost the exact same size. And to me, they have the same feeling. This one's a little bit more glossy than this one. But this is a gorgeous deck. It's been around for a little while, and its backs are golden. And it is just stunning. And it really did give good readings as well. But today we're going to look at this one. The backs, they're okay. I mean, they look okay on the cloth too. And here they are. Very vivid, very clear. Really, really nice. I never tried using it with the Golden Tarot, but I bet you I could. Wonderful Chariot. So that is that deck. And what I did, because it is a good size deck, is I broke it down with little tabs for the elementals. And she has in here a beautiful 5-card spread where you get not only the querent, the guardian angel, ministering angel, messenger angel, and the querent after. So how you develop after having done the reading, kind of neat. And you can see there, and bring it into focus, the people involved in bringing the book to light. It really is a nice US Games deck, and that is probably why the cardstock is pretty darn good. So we'll put that one aside. Kate Black's aside. Gets a little confusing, all these decks here. This one is totally different again that I'm bringing forward, a round one. And I haven't seen this one reviewed very much online. And I do like round decks. So this is the Shining Angels Tarot. Nice hard box. Yeah, I got that at a thrift store for $4.99. And its little book was pretty damaged, so I enlarged it and reprinted by photocopy just so that I would have some information and something that I could write into. So these are the backs. Cardstock's a little bit thin, and these are the fronts. So if you got yourself some other books, some books on angels, saints, archangels, I think I have a few of those up there, then you can add to your learning, your ability to work with them, the colors that you could put on your altar, the stones that might work with each of the angels, how to petition them. That would really help, but this is pretty gorgeous. Okay, so that is that one. Now, the other one I have here, and I did pick this up for a good price. That's the one reason that I have it. Archangel Power Tarot cards by you know who at the bottom. And the book was well thumbed through. It was well used, not by me, but by someone else. And I kept it in my collection. It must be here for a reason. The backs don't really entice me, and the fronts, big borders and lots of information, but not pleasant to hold like the Kyle Gray one. And could I cut that down? No, I really couldn't cut it down without losing some of the decor balance on the back. So this is bringing all the archangels into a tarot system. And that's that one. Oops, so there's a couple others stragglers here. I'm going to show you this one. This was one of my first angel oracles that I bought, and it wasn't a lot of money. Let the love and healing energies of the angels into your daily life. I found because these ones are quite large, they're great for altar work. And it has a hardcover book inside, which is really rare. And it does give a great amount of information, including a picture of the card that you're working with. It talks about the realm, the function, the gifts, and you can see you get a lot of information. And then it even goes into the separation of the angels and how they sit, which is really kind of neat. These are the cards, and on an altar, they really are quite nice. The backs, very simple. Your guardian for spiritual growth. And I like that it has this little wording at the bottom, because when you're at your altar and you're summoning your angel for healing, these are nice to bring in. Even if you don't open the book and read everything as you're sitting there, you can read it prior maybe to doing your petitioning, but it really is nice to have those little bit of words at the bottom. I mean, look at that one. As I take responsibility, I also develop my strength and harmony. So I seem to come back to these cards quite often. And I like the fact that there's a great book that goes along with it. So that I'll put away. Now, this one, I didn't use that much, I guess because I haven't developed my understanding of the Kabbalah. But this is an angel tarot deck that actually goes into that. It is not a bad size, actually more manageable, more like a Lenormand size deck. And the colors are quite neat. And you do have all your angels. Now, if I look in the book, maybe there's some things about the tree and the Kabbalah that I can show you. Well, you can see you are getting, if you pulled Raziel, quite a bit of information and how to present the situation, work through it. I'm just looking to see. Okay, there's a spread there that can be used, bringing in 7 cards. So you do get that. You get your card of the day, 3 cards, and there's another one there calling the right way. Interesting. Haven't used it that much. But I must say that I do like how it fits in the hand. And maybe it deserves a little bit more time. So that is that one. Now I think that is about it for me. Oh, I did have one other one. Yep. And this was when I started hunting for more books when I got this deck. So this one was a display copy of Saints and Oracle cards. And because the book is so lacking in information, I did, as I say, find some books that I could add to it. And I even put the name to go along with the card. But these are actually quite beautiful and fit in the hand nicely. So, my friends, that is the back, and that is the Saints Oracle cards. Not sure if you can still get those. They were not expensive. And as you see, the book is very teeny and most of it is in other languages. Well, if there's anyone out there with some oracle or angel decks that they would like to share that work really well with for them and might work for me, I'd love to connect with you and hear about it. So this is just a portion of what I have, and I hope you've enjoyed that. Many blessings, and we'll catch you back here again.